and welcome to a special collector's lot devoted today to the subject of childhood. A chance to revisit the characters from books and films and TV programmes which still very much inhabit the hearts and imaginations of people who loved them years ago. Characters like Doctor Who. Behind the settee now, because this is where children like me, growing up in the 60s and 70s, watched the adventures of Britain's best-loved Time Lord in his various incarnations, defending intergalactic harmony against the likes of the Cybermen and the dreaded Daleks. David Howe must have the best collection of Doctor Who memorabilia in the cosmos.
Companion costumes like Adric there, and we've got this rather nice tattered spacesuit that was worn by an actor called Rodney Bewes from the Knightley Lads in the Doctor Who that he appeared in with Peter Davison. And we've got various other costumes here. We've got the Silurian from a Peter Davison story. We've got a Famazi, the green giant budgerigar, which is quite amusing, and a Vanir, as a character wearing radiation armour. And these sorts of costumes can be anything sort of like 500 or so pounds. When you get up to talk about Daleks, a Dalek would cost you anything between sort of 6,000 and 10,000 pounds for a Dalek, and a Cyberman might be about 6,000 pounds in auction.
Now, as well as the costumes and props from the actual series, there's all the little bits of merchandise that was spawned by that series, and well, I never knew there was so much. Take me through some of the more sought-after items that you've got.
Well, what we've got on the table here is a number of things, basically going back through the history of the series, if you like. We've got the Doctor Who pinball, which is from the 60s. I mean, the toys were produced in 65, 66, which was really the time for Doctor Who. We've also got these little tiny movable Daleks there, with little ball bearings in the base that you can play with.
And David, if you saw one of these little rolling Daleks with its little box and it was 1965, how much would you pay for that?
With the box, they're actually quite rare, and you're probably talking maybe 30 or 40 pounds. Something like this fella here, this is also a 1960s Dalek. This is one of the bigger versions, again with its box, in pretty mint condition. This one is going to cost you anything between 100 150 pounds. Moving on, you get to 1967 with Patrick Troughton, and this is an example of a piece of Patrick Troughton merchandise, which was done by Wall's Ice Cream. When they did the Sky Ray Ice Lolly, they did a special promotion for a new shape Sky Ray. I'm not quite sure what was new about it, but they gave away these little cards with each lolly, and then you could send off for an album to put them in. When we get to Jon Pertwee, there was a promotion with Sugar Smacks.
Which, because I'm a Jon Pertwee man myself.
Oh, you're a Jon Pertwee man.
Oh, yes. So which is your favourite Doctor?
My favourite Doctor is probably Patrick Troughton. It tends to be the one that you grow up watching, and I grew up watching Patrick Troughton. After Jon Pertwee, there was Tom Baker, and I've got the sort of the infamous Tom Baker underpants.
Oh, lovely.
Lovely. Yes, British Home Stores decided that boys of all ages would want to have Doctor Who underpants.
You've got so much Doctor Who stuff, David, it's ridiculous. But if there was one thing that would make your collection complete, what would it be?
But because I collect so much, yeah, it's almost, you have to be happy with what you've managed to get, and not worry too much about what you don't have, because otherwise I think you go completely insane. You know, you spend your entire life running around chasing rainbows, if you like, that may not be there in the first place.
Or chasing Daleks.
Or chasing Daleks, or TARDISes, or K9s.